Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Last time what did we do? We went to Canabras and we got the mongrels aid, and they're over here. Right? There's Sol, and Windawag is their new leader. She's very vicious and cruel, and Manarak loves it. But yeah, we did all that, and I think we need to rest still, if I'm not mistaken. I actually can't really tell if we need to rest, but I think we used some abilities. It doesn't look like I did, but we're gonna rest anyway because I don't remember if we need to. We might have rested earlier, so we'll rest. Get some more cheese crostata. And get me a haste scroll. Haste me up. One day we'll get these. I also need to actually learn, like copy some spells down from the
You're a good fighter, Regil, but you're unbearably boring after the battle is done. It's probably because you're bleaching.
I'm not here for your entertainment.
Why not? He was very he had that one sick liner. With who was it? Was it Ninio? I think it was Ninio, yeah. Basically told her to die. Good stuff. Anything on here to do? I don't believe so. We slept for quite a while, but I'm not sure if there was anything needed to be done. Alright, we have them on the move. I don't think... Oh, we have two armies coming. We have a demon army here. Oh shit, are they going for Gloomy Gorge? Oh shit, we might actually have to go defend that. No army points left. Gloomy Gorge, no! Oh, that's not good. Okay. I don't think my my legion's gonna make it there in time to save it. That's a little worrying. All right. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and head on out. We're gonna replace. Are we gonna replace Ninio or Greybore with Arushale? We probably should be Greybore. Even though I really like the Titan Fighter build, and he just got the Axe of Rovagug. Ooh, that's tough, actually. So, Ninio's main use really is the haste. I mean, she's got other things now, too. We'll go with that. Yeah, she's got some mass, like, attribute buffs. That'll be good. Okay, so we're taking Arushale down and we're gonna go down to Green Gates. Let's go ahead there. Okay. Armies. Can you get there in time? No. Well, move. You'll be able to retake it. Can I manage it from here? I can. That's awesome. That is awesome. Okay, so we have a fair amount of material points now. So what do we do? We need a holo strategy still. We've got the Pathfinder. So it's a military academy and a holo strategy. Put the holo strategy here. All right, and that's it. Yeah, that was expensive. Damn, that took a lot of material points. Holy crap. Yeah, I don't think we need anything else. I guess we could get a watchtower. That seems like a waste. So the only other thing we want... I guess we probably want the Saboteur's headquarters. No. I don't think we need that either. The military academy. Can we, like, do these stack? Don't think we need a citadel either. I don't know. Do all these stack? Do we get more buildings later on? I'm not sure. I should look up to see if the hospital and stuff stack. Because that would be really useful. What's happening here? The development of the art of war. The combat effectiveness of the Crusader army has increased. The military council requests that the Crusade leader attend their meeting and receive an update report. Oh, damn it. And Erebeth wants to talk to me. Guys, you couldn't have talked to me when I was there? The help of noble houses. Diplomacy in that. Requires 7 days to solve. I don't really want to spend 7 days solving that. I can get his earth elementals. Call for reserves. Yeah. Can still do the parade. I guess we need to do one of these. Stevanius the Rotten, Voracious Jumble, Attractive Impulse. Let's go ahead and do this one. Hide and Tusk. Alright. I guess we'll go back. I know we just escaped Dresden. Let's go ahead and go back though. Oop, that was the wrong way. What? Wait, are we in Dresden? Maybe it wasn't the wrong way. Oh, okay. I don't know what I was looking at, apparently. So we'll talk to Erebeth. And who's the leader of this? It's the one dude who's after the one general. You know, Karazhan or something like that. Erebeth. Today, Erebeth looks unusually lively. Her eyes are shining again, which you haven't seen since the battle for the Lost Chapel. Saluting you, she stands at attention. Commander, forgive me for bothering you with a personal matter, but I just wanted to say how grateful I am to you. During the attack on Dresden, I did not exactly cover myself in glory. You had every reason to throw me out of the army or send me to the condemned. Yet you supported me. You helped me regain my footing and continued to fight. You will not regret this decision. I swear I will never again let the Crusaders down, neither by my actions, nor by my words, nor by my thoughts. I will be loyal to the Crusade to the end. Good, I'm sick of listening to you whine. I expect no less from you. I hope you will show greater self-possession in the future. I'm glad you feel better now. I expected no less from you. Thank you for believing in me when I didn't believe in myself. Erebeth smiles. I've conquered my inner demons. Now I can go back to fighting the real kind. Good for you. Yeah. Captain Odin. There it is. Korumzada. Captain Odin salutes you and looks over the military council intently. Our intelligence was correct. Korumzada's host marches on Dresden. In his position, the wisest course of action upon reaching the walls would be to lay siege and wear down our forces with nuisance raids. However, my experience tells me that he will act differently. This is going to be a full-on assault, a decisive display of his power. When the enemy moves in on our position, we must meet them with a hail of arrows from the walls, gaining the full advantage of our superior defensive position. To prepare our army for this battle, I propose to pass a reform and increase the presence of ranged troops in our ranks. I believe light-armed slingers, a great number of whom can be trained quickly, will be adequate for our purposes. And once the demons get to them, every one of those slingers will be slaughtered. I say we only recruit experienced, seasoned rangers who have traveled far and wide, and know how to defend themselves in any situation. Captain Odin is correct to assume that our ranged troops can manage with light armaments. However, the troops themselves must be of exemplary quality to complete the task at hand. I suggest we pick the most adept archers we have, and have them undergo rigorous training until they become true marksmen. Greybor smiles condescendingly. In my experience, in a fight with a dozen quick and accurate archers, the most valuable among them is the one who knows how to pick the right target. You don't learn that kind of skill on the archery range, only in action. Call some headhunters. Hard-boiled cutthroats who live by their ability to put an arrow in the eye of a moving target. I know where we can get a good sentient prey hunter. Get good sentient prey hunters. I've heard there are a lot of wild lands around where uplanders live even worse and poorer than Neathers. They rob others for a living and are called bandits. Let's contact them with a promise of mercy and a generous reward, Master. Man, there's a lot of people here. In every forest where animals are found, there are hunters plying their trade. These folk don't need to be taught how to shoot. They rely on their keen eye and steady hand every day to put food on the table for their families. Put a call out for hunters. Pay them what they're worth, and let them kill cultists and oglins for us, instead of rabbits and deer. Why is Cora so intent on reclaiming Dresden? By capturing this city, we've gone on the offensive for the first time in decades. We have broken the established mold. That which is taken by demons rarely escapes their grasp. The liberation of Dresden could become a symbol of new hope for mortal kind, and Cora seeks to smother that hope in its cradle. Moreover, Dresden is a well-positioned foothold that threatens both the World Wound and Northern Mendev. Cora cannot fail to appreciate its significance. But there is also a more pragmatic reason. Back in the day, Cora planned to capture Dresden himself, but Minago beat him to it. If he takes it back now, he will finally have his glory, as well as further humiliating Minago. Greybor, you're not a soldier. What are you doing here? Greybor puffs his pipe, and after a short pause, says with dignity, True, I'm not a soldier. However, I have a better understanding of killing than most. Besides, the fact that I'm not a professional soldier means I can offer you a fresh perspective and give you advice that would never occur to a career officer. Advisors? Why Rangers, Sela? We can't bolster our ranks with hunters and shepherds who can shoot an arrow but don't know anything about melee combat. War is not shooting partridges out of the sky. The demons could easily break our ranks and attack our archers. And what happens then? A massacre that will leave us digging graves for a bunch of boys and girls? Rangers, on the other hand, spend their whole lives traveling, and they know what it's like to rely on no one but themselves. They're battle-hardened, and they can wield both a bow and a blade to fend off a dangerous foe, if need be. In worrying about the lives of individual soldiers, we must not put their safety above expediency. The price of defeat will be the loss of the entire army, not just a few soldiers. Reggie, tell me about your snipers. If we take 100 archers and work them to the bone in time, we will discover a dozen with real talent. They must be able to remain completely focused on their combat objective. Taking out one opponent after another, and the infantry's duty is to shield such valuable assets from any attack, with their bodies if necessary. Greybor arches an eyebrow and smirks skeptically. You're acquiring a powerful but extremely vulnerable weapon. If we're not up against idiots, our enemies will see our weak spot and hit us there. That's exactly what I would do. Greybor, how are headhunters better than others? They can use their heads, rather than just shooting wildly. Soldiers think the main thing is just to hit the target quickly and accurately. Doesn't matter what kind of target it is. If it's an enemy, it's good enough for them. But when you hunt dangerous prey alone, you can't help but smarten up. You learn to spot the leader in a crowd, count the guards, figure out who will have the time to take an arrow for their leader and who won't. And you do your work from as far away as you can, so you don't put yourself at risk for no reason. Which is why my colleagues in trade will outclass any soldier. If you hire professionals, they won't shoot volleys into the enemy infantry with abandon. They'll take out every single spellcaster and officer hiding behind the infantry, and pay you off for your investment before the enemy even reaches the front ranks of your army. Windrog scoffs cynically. Headhunters are no different from bandits, except their services will cost you a lot more, Master. Windrog, you really think bandits are the way to go? Windrog's voice sounds a little abashed. Well, how are they any worse than other uplanders? They're good hunters, because the bad ones, as I understand, are hanged or thrown in prison. They're vicious, decisive, well accustomed to obeying their leader, and not afraid of crossing someone who's stronger. And the circumstances of their fights have taught them to strike first and without warning, dominating the enemy with a storm of arrows. They are great fighters, are they not? Captain Odin mutters through his teeth. bandits standing side by side with valiant knights. What has become of our glorious traditions? Ulbrich, how will hunters help us? City folk always have to go divvying everything up. One person knows how to hunt grouse, another knows how to pluck it, a third knows how to cook it. That's not how we do things in a village. In a village, every person is a hunter, a plowman, and if needs must, a warrior. These are experienced people, tough, hardened by life, and they know that if they don't stop this invasion, their homelands could become part of the world wound too. Most of these hunters will never see their homes again, so what if they know how to handle the bow? They're still civilians. It's our duty to protect them, not send them off to the slaughter. Captain, what did I say about slingers? Can slingers compare to experienced archers? No. A sling is not an accurate weapon, but it is cheap and easy to learn. Slingers training is inexpensive and brief. Any commoner can pick up the basics, and will be able to bring a larger number of ranged troops onto the battlefield. Their numbers will compensate for their lack of skill. See, this expression darkens. Untrained, practically unarmed peasants in the rear. A perfect target. Everything is clear. Alright, what do we got? By Rangers. Main archery range provides weekly recruitment growth for Rangers. Range unit. All archers are promoted to Rangers. This is a big thing. We have a lot of archers. So this could be really good if we get the best ones. So archers are 6'11". These guys are 1320. Plus 1 longbow, 16. Yeah, and they probably have the best health. The Rangers are probably the best way to go. The thing is, you probably can't recruit a lot of them. So eventually these would catch up. Marksman. So 6'11", 2936. Holy crap. Yeah, but that's the thing. They are weaker, right? The Rangers won't get hit as easily. But damn, that's a lot of damage coming from the Marksman. And we actually have some already. The Headhunters. Okay, Masterwork Javelins, 24, 29. 47 hit points. This is kind of in between the two. Bandit. So last time we went with Windowog, we got the Convicts, and they are kind of crap. They do okay damage, but like, man, the morale is shit. Now these guys have 2 attacks. Now that's interesting. That is interesting. And then hunters. Axe hunters. Wait, do these guys have 2 attacks? They guys have 2 axes, right? That's what that's showing. They're dual wielding throwing axes. Okay. Peasants with slings. 916. Yeah, so those are the weak ones. Ooh, I kind of feel like bandits are the way to go, maybe. I like the headhunters too, right? They're in between. These are the best damagers. Damage ones, right? So that'd be good. None of them are scouts, though, which is a little unfortunate. Rangers are also really strong, but they don't do as much damage. We want these guys to be, like, super glass cannon-y. Now, the bandits, 24, 29. 29, 36. Okay, but they attack twice is the thing. I mean, that seems like what I'm seeing here, right? And they have better armor and everything. You know, Windowog, if bandits will serve us well, let's hire them. If you believe the rumors, these forest and mountain bandits are similar to Neithers. They live in constant danger and get their food through blood and violence. If that's true, they'll make good soldiers. I hope these measures will be enough to repel Korra's onslaught. And if not, those who come to take our place will learn from our mistakes and fare better. Yeah, maybe. Okay. Cool.
Head on!
Let's head out. Once more, head into Green Gates. Yeah, but now our archers should be even stronger. I'm eager to see if it is actually 2 attacks. Even if it's not, they weren't too bad of a group. All right. 2 green gates. 20 hours. You spotted an enemy that's trying to invade him. Good. Someone on the road. A lot of random encounters. Alright, what do we got going on over here? Perception checks.
Huh?
Okay, we got a trap.
I sense
Couple of 'em.
something.
It's like a bandit attack here?
I am helpful, am I not?
Could be Woljif's thing finally.
I see something over there.
I hope you appreciate this. I am helpful, am I not?
Man, this place is just full of traps.
I am
Alex.
helpful, am I not?
Very helpful. Okay, we could just leave.
I lead. You follow.
But we need to figure out what was going on here. It is Woljif. Hail Baphomet. Hear our prayers. Accept this sacrifice, Baphomet. Curse you all. Praise be Diomede. It's him. The one who killed our brothers and sisters. Death to the killer. Die. Hey, Woljif. Woljif rises from the stone throne and halts the sacrifice with a raised hand. The cultist, holding the knife over the victim on the altar, stops. Woljif is wreathed in blue flames and the demonic shadow rises up behind him. Easy now. We're all friends here. This was just a little misunderstanding. You thought you'd come across crusaders, but they're big fans of our Lord Baphomet too. Woljif half turns to you, his right eye twitching, which you interpret as an attempt to wink discreetly. Ain't that right? Woljif, what are you talking about? Yeah, a misunderstanding. Hail Baphomet. Nod wordlessly. Woljif's face lights up. Right, exactly. Pilgrims with a world wound. Meet the finest members of our big family. Hey there, Chief. Long time no see. Why don't we hold off on the sacrifice for now? We need to drink to this happy meeting, am I right? Yeah, let's do that. Tie that one on the altar up again. We'll get around to slaughtering it later. The cultists exchange looks and whispers. The chief cultist lowers his knife. If the Crescent of the Abyss says so, then welcome. Make yourselves at home in the temporary camp of the Pilgrims of the World Wound. But why did you attack our brothers? I took them for common brigands. I wanted to sacrifice those crusaders myself. Well, Woljif, why did we attack our brothers? I took them for common brigands. The chief cultist shakes his head and smooths invisible creases from his gold-embroidered cloak. Yes, our common brothers and sisters do look a little worse for wear after their long peregrinations in the World Wound. It's a pity that such a tragic mistake was made. But when we claim victory for our Lord, all of us shall go draped in gold. That I promise you. The cultist casts a wary glance at your weapon, but passes no remark. It is good that the Crescent of the Abyss, our beacon in the darkness, and our oracle, has resolved this misunderstanding. Relax, friends, and after, if you wish, you may join our pilgrimage. Huh. Woljif. This large stone with candles is covered with Baphomet's symbols. It seems that the cultists use it as an altar. Woljif is waiting for you next to the altar, warily wiping the sweat from his brow. Phew. I thought I was done for. I could feel it in my tail, that they were gonna kill me. If you ain't a sight for sore eyes, Chief. When I heard that the gargoyles hadn't gotten you, and that you were running the show up at Dresden now, I can't tell you how happy that made me. But that night it all happened, I tell you, I was so scared I couldn't see straight. I wandered around, wondering if my chief and the rest of the gang were lying in the open field with their eyes pecked out. Woljif sighs. Even my conscience prickled a little, thinking about how I ran. But when you look at it from my side, what else was I supposed to do? The actual paladins were getting cut down left and right and center. And then these pilgrims of the World Wound tell me that Dresden's been reclaimed, and there's a new commander called Manarak. Well, I said to myself, there can't be two demon-slaying dynamos with that name. It must be you. So I cut my way through the circles around Dresden, and I waited for you to come out. At one point, I got so desperate I almost went right up to the city walls, but I thought better of it. Although an arrow in the skull would be a sight better than running in fear of Voitiel. Woljif sucks in a breath and keeps talking in a rush, like he's afraid you'll turn around and walk out. Do you know Voitiel? I don't either, but I remember the name because of what Brother Melrin yelled in the basement that time. I'm going to tell Hepzibah Mariah and Voitiel, or something like that. Anyway, my shadow told me that Voitiel is that demon, and I should be scared of him because he's after the Moon of the Abyss. But the shadow's a whole other story. But if you want to know why I haven't just come to Dresden, I need your help. It's a matter of life and death, Chief. Okay. Slow down. You're not making any sense. What's going on here? Woljif lets out a breath. Okay. I'll shut up. I mean, I won't shut up. But ask me what you want to know and I'll tell you. What was that? That was my cunning plan, Chief. Woljif's tail is whipping back and forth so fast it's a blur. Why are you pretending to be a cultist? Woljif raises his hands defensively. Easy there, Chief. I'm no cultist. And I didn't just ask you to play along for the fun of it. I had a reason, I swear. And it's not because I've seen what you're like in a fight, and I know I have no chance against you. Why'd you run the night we fought the gargoyles? Run? Me? I fought him, I did. You should have seen me. I got one right in the nose, sent its arse over a tea kettle, and it flew off. I've gotten into scraps a fair few times before, been caught by surprise in the dead of night more times than I can count. So that's why I leapt up as quick as anything, grabbed my knives, and, well, of course I made a run for it. What else was I gonna do? I'm just a thief, a city boy. I don't go toe-to-toe with demons. Sure, I said I'd help you and all, but that was before. I didn't sign up for nighttime gargoyle attacks. What kind of idiot attacks in the middle of the night? I thought war would be kept more civilized, or keep more civilized hours, to be honest. Wrong again. So, apologies, Chief. But I always end up on the winning side, so just my nature. You and your lot in the camp that night did not have the look of victory about you. And it's not like I'd have been much help if a gargoyle snatched me in its claws. Of course, I decided to run. And run I did. What's your relationship with the Baphomet cultists? He looks pensive. It's complicated. It's a story of unrequited love. Really, they love me. And all I think about is how to get away from them and save my own skin. Well, you seem to have gotten yourself a nice little setup. Maybe I should just leave you here with your underlings. Woljif heaves a sigh. To tell you the truth, I can't cool my heels here for much longer, Chief. I could have run from the family and kept running for a long time. But you don't run from Voitiel. He's a demon. If you don't find me first, they'll send me out. They'll sell me out as soon as they get sick of me. I can feel it in my tail, or else I'll end up on that altar. Woljif leans closer, his eyes gleaming. I know you, Chief. You're the type of warrior that all Mendev should be praying for. When I was in the camp, all I heard was, Chief this, Chief that. There's no better chief than ours. If you need to sort the demons out, call the chief. That's what the people were saying. I swear. Heard it all with my own ears. So, will you help me? You said some shadow's been talking to you? Is that right? Not just any shadow. My shadow. My special shadow. As I spent a while running around the World Wound, scared out of my wits, it suddenly crept out and whispered in its distant-sounding voice. Voitiel, North. Fear Voitiel. The name was familiar, because that's what Brother Melrin shouted out. And I put two and two together. This Voitiel was in the north, and I needed to make sure he didn't find me. Bit by bit, I got the shadow to tell me that Voitiel was a demon, and that he was looking for the Moon of the Abyss. Who knows why? By the way, I have a couple thoughts of my own about the moon. I'll tell you about that once we're out of here. Once we're out of this mess, though. Remind me why I shouldn't just kill all these cultists here and now? Because Woljif looks around and lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. they will still be useful to us if you decide to help me. And thanks for not trying to kill him as soon as you got here, by the way. Their leader is a nervous sort. He would have definitely stabbed the lad on the altar if he caused a fuss. They think if they perform all these sacrifices, Baphomet's going to appear and hand out powerful spells like candy. Alright, what do you want from me? In a nutshell, Chief, I've got a bit of a situation here. One wrong move and I'm a goner. The demon Votiel is in the vicinity somewhere. A good man has suffered. The cultists are animals. I just want to get out of this and make Votiel back off. But without you, I have no chance. Help me. I won't forget it as long as I live. Who's Votiel? All I know is that he's the demon that sent Brother Malron to get the Moon of the Abyss. Now that I have the moon, Votiel's after me. I'm already tired of running from him. He's gonna catch me soon. I can feel it. What part of the cult is playing in your plans? Woljif glances around, making sure you are not overheard. Do you know why they call themselves the Pilgrims of the World Rune? Because they're itching to meet big-name demons like Baphomet. It's like they're on a pilgrimage. So, that got me thinking. Since they listen to me, we can lead them to Votiel. Mess with their heads a bit. Say that Baphomet's been calling him nasty names. And let the cultists fight Votiel for us. It'll be a riot. Cultists helping us take out a demon. Well, what do you think? What good man are you talking about? Me, of course. Woljif turns his or folds his arms. I'm a prisoner here, you know? And I suppose there's also the other fella. Devil. That one's the one that's tied up. I kind of owe him one. I made a dumb mistake and now he's paying for it. Now don't get me wrong. I couldn't care less about the guy. He got himself into this mess. Except, if it wasn't for me, they maybe wouldn't have caught him in the first place. These pilgrims kept asking me, will we have long to wait for the favors of Lord Baphomet? As though just because I have my shadow, I should know. What am I, some kind of demon whisperer? I just put on a kind of knowing air and said to him, do as you've been doing and favors will come. They took that to mean that they need to keep cutting people up on the altar. I tried to put them off the idea, but they didn't listen. I acted like I was discussing things with my shadow and I kept trying to hold them off, saying that the stars weren't in alignment, that raining eyeballs was a bad omen. I'd run out of ideas just before you showed up, Chief. I was already considering just letting him do it. He was a crusader after all, you know. Demons would probably get him in the end either way. It's not my fault, that's how they do things. It was either him or me. Woljif sighs and turns away. His tail is twitching from side to side in agitation. There is one way to get both of us out, but I can't manage it on my own. I need your help. Alright, I'll help. Woljif's face lights up, and the tip of his tail dances through the air. I always knew you were a special sort, Chief. Let's go break his horns off. We need to go to a patch of scrubland by a bend in the river. It's not far, I'll show you. Nothing interesting about this place at all, but that's where I was when my shadow came out and started pushing me back the other way. It said that Votiel would find me easily there, and that he'd swoop in and tear me limb from limb as soon as I popped up. I wasn't long turning away from that place, I'll tell you. There's just one other thing. We need to round up my lackeys and send them off on an errand. While they're gone, we can free the prisoner. No point leaving him here. Get bored stiff, right? Listen up, brothers, sisters. The shadow has spoken. It says that a demon will come to a secret place, a wasteland, where there are almost no trees left, except to a bend in the river, or next to a bend in the river. We once passed by there, but we took a wrong turn and didn't find it. Glorious day. Before we set off, I say we make the sacrifice. I say let's hold off on the sacrificing. Time's a wasting and demons are busy, you know? Leave your things and go. I must meditate before such an event, and when I am all meditated out, I'll come and summon the demon to you. Oh, that worked. Commander, a moment of your time? The young crusader cautiously gets to his feet, unable to believe that he is finally free. At last, the day has come, and those odious faces will no longer be looming over me. The cultists hid my weapons and armor somewhere. I'll find them, and then take my leave of this place forever. They're over there with the rest of the stolen stuff. I made sure they didn't go walkies in the night. I hope you'd make it out of this somehow. Thanks for your efforts, Woljif. Go. Time is of the essence. If there is a demon hunting you, better to lure him into a trap and strike first. Who are you? The Crusader bows. Devil Gwynviar, at your service. Nobleman, Crusader, and only surviving member of my unit. What are you planning to do now? Find my armor and weapons, find something to eat, and then leave this place as quickly as possible. The Crusader looks ahead with grim determination. Perhaps I will die in the wound, but I will die with a sword in my hand, not like an animal at a slaughterhouse. And if I do make it out, I shall build a temple in Iomede's honor in my hometown. If you're rich enough to build a temple, if you fancy it? You were complaining that your parents don't give you enough money. I think we have slightly different conceptions about I think we have slightly different conceptions of what counts as enough money. In any case, money no longer is a concern of mine. My life and my legacy belong to the goddess who sent you and the commander to my aid. How'd you end up here? The Crusader's eyes stare into the distance, solely through my own foolishness. Because of my inability to fight like a man, I thought the crusade would be the best way to make my mark on history. I dreamt of glory, of the respect that would be otherwise denied me as the third son of a noble family. When an officer laughed at my skills and called me an ignorant interloper. How right he was. Fate has a twisted sense of humor. My more experienced comrades died in this cursed place, one after another, but I survived. There were only 5 of us left in the end. Our hubris was gone. We were jumping at every shadow. And we still weren't cautious enough. I was the only one who survived after we were attacked in the night. I should have realized what was happening when the lookout went missing. Alright, farewell and good luck. May Iomade keep you. Alright, well, I guess... Let's put this in the correct order here. I guess we'll go with that now. I guess we'll do his quest as well. Oh shit, we need to respec him, don't we? Probably. Probably. What did we get at level 3 from this? Do we want to respec him? Finesse training dagger, yeah, we do. And I think we're just gonna go full Magus Blade bound with him. Yeah. Okay. Before we do that, we need to see. He is just a straight tiefling. Pickpocket. I don't think that matters. Yeah. Okay. So Woljif. There you are. Original stats. Okay. Magus. And Blade Bound. So, do we want him to be a regular tiefling though? We could change this potentially. Although Dexterity Intelligence is good. Yeah, we'll keep that. Good. And then for Blade Bound, what are we missing? Religion is our main. We have nobody who knows any religion. He's not good at that though, so there's no real point in doing that. Okay, I guess we'll just use those 4. Why not? Okay, so we want 2-weapon fighting. And take magic weapon. Oh, he's got 6 of these, damn. Vanish, shocking grasp, shield, magic missile, corrosive touch, and reduce person. Good. Good. Alright. Level 2 Blade Bound, he gets his Spell Strike. And we'll go Grease and Snowball. Let's go True Strike. Level 3 gets his Sharpening the Black Blade ability. Like that. A feat here. And Weapon Focus Scimitar. This time I guess we'll get Grease and Enlarged Person. Alright, level 4. He gets Spell Recall. Uses Arcane Pool to recall spells he'd already cast. Okay, good. That's fine. And do we want Intelligence? I think we want Dex. Let's go straight Dex. Okay. We'll take Frigid Touch and Mirror Image. Level 5, Arcane Weapon +2, and we get Changeable Gist. Free action to Blade Bound Magus can spend 1 point from his arcane pool to change the type of all damage dealt by him using the Black Blade. Good. I will need to... Are scimitars light weapons? I don't remember. Add your strength bonus to damage rolls with your offhand weapon. And we don't want that. That spell penetration would be useful on him. I can't remember if scimitar... Well, I'm using a scimitar, aren't I? And aren't I Dex based? Let me, Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, Scimitar, Finesse? Let's see. Needs Slashing Grace as well. I can swear this used to work before, or just started with the new Sword Saint. And Weapon Finesse isn't giving me Dex to hit with Scimitar anymore. Am I remembering this right? Weapon Finesse gives Dex to melee attack rolls rather than strength for all light weapons, and a limited selection of other weapons such as rapiers. Scimitars are not one of those limited weapons, but after taking Slashing Grace, you should get Dex. Okay. Our finesse weapons in 5th edition. Okay. Slashing Grace gives Dex to hit and damage with scimitars. Okay, so I need weapon finesse for that though. When wielding your chosen weapon one-handed, you can treat it as a one-handed piercing weapon. So that's only if you're doing it one-handed though. I don't know if this is the right build for him. It seems like maybe a blade bound is strength focused. I suppose once we get to level 12, which... Are we level 11? Or were we 12? I don't remember. Right? It'll attack independently, so then he can just have one scimitar. It could still be good. We'll keep going. Maybe it'll come good in the end. Yeah, we'll take invisibility. Maybe it'll come good in the end. We'll see. Magus Arcana. Okay. Although, I've got the good scimitar. I don't know if I want to get rid of it. Prescient attack. He's been 1 point from his arcane pool to swift action, allowing him to anticipate the enemies or deny their dex bonus against the magics. Okay. Enduring Blade. Duration of enchantments. Wand Mastery, Wand Wielder. I think Wand Wielder could be a lot of fun. I think we're gonna get Extend Magic though. That with his buffs as we get him. I suppose we'll get... Yeah. Just get those. Level 7 blade bound, arcane medium armor. Guess mage spells while wearing medium armor without incurring normal arcane spell. Okay. Good. And then your feat here will be slashing grace with the scimitar. Okay. I suppose we could always just use the black blade, right? We want magic weapon greater. And we want blink. Alright, and then improve spell combat for level 8. Dex up to 22. Very nice, very nice. Displacement is a good one to have. And I suppose Keen Edge maybe is a nice one to have. Especially if I don't have... Although we're probably going to get improved critical soonish. So maybe that's not the wisest thing to grab. Yeah, I'll go take Piranha Strike. What is that, a double slice is not what we want, right? That adds strength. Yeah, I've already looked at that once. Improve 2 weapon fighting. Let's take that. Hastened assault. Ooh. That could be good. Ghost Blade. Gives the ghost touch ability. As a swift action to resolve all of his melee weapon attacks until the end of his turn as a melee touch attack. That actually sounds amazing. If we can hit their touch AC with with his weapon. That sounds great. We'll get haste and vampiric touch. Alright, level 10. What is that? Fighter training. Half of his Magus level as his fighter level for the purposes of qualifying for feats. That could be nifty. Level 4 spells. Okay. Invisibility greater. And Arcana Theft. So if it's targeted to spell magic spell, except it only affects creatures and it requires a melee touch attack. It only affects creatures. Attack is successful. The spell successfully dispels one spell affecting the target. That spell is instead transferred to you, treating you as the original target. Oh, gotta accept it even if they're not beneficial. Huh. That's interesting. That is interesting. We're gonna get reduced person mass. I think I'd be too scared to ever use it. I guess you'd have to use it at the beginning, right? Improved spell recall. Good, good, good. And then here we go. Improved critical. Ooh, weapon specialization. Yeah, improved critical though. With Z Scimitar. There you go. Oh, you get another one. Weapon specialization, Scimitar. And then any creature that strikes you with a melee attack. That sounds fun. And maybe getting... I'll get it. It's too intriguing. I'll never use it, but it is intriguing. Okay, so for you, I think I want abundant casting. Yeah, so we get as many shocking grasps as we can possibly find. And then here we'll get weapon focus scimitar, mythic. And then for this one, should we get improved abundant casting? I'm not so sure about getting that one. I mean, it would be useful. Probably want to pick an element for him. Electricity. Let's go electricity. Yeah, shocking grasp is kind of like the go-to. Okay.
Who, me?
So now, of course, you do have abrupt force, which isn't a bad scimitar. I mean, it's no whatever mine's called, but we need to look at your spell book. Yeah. Okay. Go and get rid of that. I hate that you can't just, like, get rid of it. Whatever. We'll want a couple magic weapons. Really made for long fights. A couple of shields. Maybe a vanish. And grab some snowballs. Alright, level... Wait. Oh, never mind, I'm dumb. Shocking grasp all the way. Okay. For this one, we are going to want frigid touch. I think just about all of them be frigid touch. Maybe, well, no, we do want some of these. That's a minute per level. They're both a minute per level. Let's get 6 frigid touches. 1 invisibility. Okay, here. These last a long time, right? An hour per level. 1 should be fine. For that. Keen edge. We don't need that because we have improved critical. Blinks are good. How long do these last for? 1 round per level. We'll get 2 of those. And then we'll get 2 of these. And then we'll get 1 haste. Just in case something happens to somebody that has haste. And then vampiric touches. And then finally, we'll put it in. Put it in the lineup. Okay. That's him done. Now,
Don't mind me.
is this better than... What is your current abrupt force do? 17, 12, and 12, 17. Okay. So I put that in the main hand. So this is better. So yeah, he should just be using this. It looks badass too. Damn, look at that thing. Yeah, and he is adding his dex to it. But if I equip a second weapon, you're no longer adding your dex to it. But I do have 2 weapon fighting, so I really should be. Put Finian. You're not currently doing anything. What? Maybe he is doing something. Never mind then. Of course, there's my scimitar. I could give him. But then what would I use? I mean, I could use this staff. It's not a terrible weapon in my hands, but... And I am strength-based. I don't know why I was thinking I was dex-based. No. That's probably still better than just having 1, isn't it? Okay, we'll go with that. That's you for now, my man. Alright, let's loot this place. Is this your stuff, man? Well, it's mine now. And over here, grab. Alright, now Woodruff doesn't have any spells because we just respect them. So we'll probably need a rest. To be honest, we probably would have needed the rest anyway. because we've been traveling for a while. And we need to see where his area is, too. The Fort Gloomy Gorge is besieged by an enemy. Well, that ain't good, is it? Alright, where's this? Where does he need to go? Where is there a river? Oh, way up there? Holy crap. We're not going there right now. Just keep going. Okay. Go save them. Got a lot of armies coming at us now. Pursue them. I'm curious to see our bandits at work. An army full of bandits and convicts. Alright. So scouts. Hit them. Alright. I don't know how good you guys are yet. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not gonna risk it. I guess right now would actually be the time to risk it. Alright, these are doing an obscene amount of damage. Boom. Oh yeah, I forgot we didn't have to, they were summoned. It wasn't really a good test for us, was it? Good. Just out of curiosity. Because these guys have experience, don't they? Didn't we see that somewhere? Experience 22. These guys should have like no experience because they just got recruited, right? Experience 7. Whereas these guys, experience 2. I don't know what the experience means. I don't think it's what I initially thought it might be. Alright, we got this gang of demon coming down, so we're gonna meet them. Not gonna make it there, but that's fine. We got these guys coming in. I think these guys should be enough to defeat them, but we'll see. We can do this on them just in case. Just in case. Alright, move up here. And we're gonna sleep. Boop. And we don't need cheese crostata here. Instead, let's go with... I like the moss pottage. +3 on skill checks. Yeah. Alright. Rest.
I often had dreams of flying as a child, but after the misadventure with the gargoyles, I can firmly declare that the wonders of flight are vastly overrated.
I'm ever so glad you weren't hoisted up on a hook. Watching the sharp points puncture your skin, the agony twist your sublime features, I could not have borne it.
Oh my. Oh my. Such blood. That was a good sleep. Alright. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see if my bandits attacked twice. Which is really what I was after. Nah. Well, that's gonna be it for this episode, guys, because it's getting a little late. Next episode we will attack, or not attack, I don't know what we're doing here, to be honest. I can't remember. I think it has to do with like the more powerful demons. So we'll investigate Green Gates here. And depending on how long it is, we might go down to the Molten Scar too and check that out. But until then, hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.